Hello, everybody out there in internet land. Welcome back to another Tavern Talk. I am your host today. I am DJ, and I am joined by my esteemed co-host, Mikey. Say hi to everybody.
Hello, pleasure to be here. Still green, sick once again, but always ready to perform. Cheers.
What a way to hold his beer. Did y'all catch that? He like puts his finger in the mug and then he just swigs it.
Power move.
What a man
over the backhand.
But welcome back. Yes, we are back again with another Tavern Talk. It's been a hot minute since we've done one of these, and we kind of wanted to do a part two of one that we already did before. That you absolute Chads, you got to. I think it just hit like the 100 view mark.
We're at like 120 something.
Oh, dude. So Mikey and I, a couple months back, we did a Tavern Talk where we talked about work and work-related stories, funny incidences, Karens, out-of-control customers, and patrons. And we thought we'd just, come back and touch upon it because it's been a few months and, life gets crazy, especially I, for those that know, I do security and he's a mechanic. We've seen some things in our various places of work, and we just want to do another episode of just talking about some of the things that have happened in the last couple of months. I know it's been crazy at the casino where I work. It's been absolutely nuts. And I blame the people that are doing this whole, it's because it's the full moon thing. It was a full moon last night, and everybody came in, and they walked in the doors just completely full send. Okay, so Mikey, I want to ask you this question. It's a hypothetical question, but a question nonetheless.
Okay.
So barroom floors, your workplace floor, a gas station bathroom. Would you ever want to A, walk in there barefoot, B, let alone get down on the ground and put your hands and face all in it? Ever?
No, and for context, the place I work at, the floor gets so bad it eats the tread off of diesel-resistant boots. Like, your boots will be an inch shorter after working there for a few weeks. So, yeah, no, I would never. That's just...
Like, give it a couple months, their floor is about to become sentient.
We do a deep clean every couple months. We keep it very safe, keep it very regulated. But if...
Rust demon?
Yeah, pretty much, actually. But if somebody walked in... Because we have a big policy against open-toed anything. It's just a safety thing. You have to be very careful. If somebody walked in barefoot, I might grab one of our safety cones and just throw it at them, like out of sheer panic. Be like, what are you doing? Leave.
Throw a wrench at that same guy that said, turn down Tech 9. If you haven't seen that podcast, check it out.
Oh, man. So, fun fact. I'm flying to Southern California with that guy tomorrow night. We're both going out to get certified for... level 3 engines for any Dodge technicians out there. So I can't wait. We have to sit on a flight together, and then we have to sit in class together for 3 days.
Someone's gonna get hurt.
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
But no, so I say that just because I'll lead into this with this first story. So the bar that I was working at, that I was running security for, I wasn't even supposed to be there, but one of my great and glorious coworkers decided that A, he was going to sleep in, and B, completely forget that he was on the schedule tonight. Forget that he was on the schedule tonight. Yeah. So we were all flaming his phone, telling him like, "Hey, you're on shift right now. You realize that, right?" And his excuse was, "Oh shit, my bad." Hangs up. Yeah, he's that type of dude. But it's one of those when you're friends with the higher ups, you can kind of get away with doing whatever the hell you want because you're friends with the higher ups. Don't ever do that. Don't ever be that guy, please. But so I understand it's a casino. Everybody's there to have fun, especially since there's a shit ton of bars and places to eat and all the attractions of there's a concert venue somewhere where there's probably a show going on. There's an actual bar in there where it's supposed to be Coyote Ugly, but a country themed Coyote Ugly. Like the girls will, the server girls will hop up on bar tops and tables and just start dancing for reasons.
Mm-hmm.
But the bar that I was working at on this night, this dude, I don't know how long he's been in here. I don't know how long he's been in this casino, but he has been here way too long because he walks past the door guy, and he's completely barefoot, wearing a Hawaiian t-shirt, cargo short, cut off cargo shorts, and he's barefoot. And he's about to walk onto a tile floor where there's grease and puddles of water because it was raining and excess of food and sauces. And this dude gets the bright idea. Now is the perfect time to flex in front of everybody. I'm just going to drop down on my hands and feet and put my face next to this concrete and start doing push-ups.
Okay. There's a lot of layers to that. There's a lot to unpack in that statement.
Yeah. Just a side note to you fellas and Giga Brain Chads out there that think it's a good idea to drop down onto a gnarly ass, jank ass barroom floor and start doing push-ups. Don't. A, you look disgusting doing it, and B, that is the least attractive thing you could ever do. No woman is ever going to be impressed that you drop down on a nasty ass floor just to do push-ups in front of her. It's not cute. I'm telling you right now.
Your technique's poor, your timing's wrong, your ability to read a room has been non-existent since you walked in without shoes on. Get help, please.
And to boot, he couldn't even break 90 degrees on the push-ups. Like, I'm talking, he just went in. I'm like, yeah, that doesn't count, dude. You want to be impressive, at least do the shit.
Well, okay. If you want to be impressive, this is a move I've done in the past. Because I am a stout individual, not very majestic. Let's use that word. If you're in a place that's clean, like say at your own house or it's somewhere socially acceptable, like not a public establishment with beer and whatever spilled all over it, you do want to flex, sure, go ahead and get in your push-up position, make sure it's proper, and whoever you're trying to impress, have them pop on your shoulders. Just a comfortable seat right up on the top of your back so you're not going to hurt anything. Bust out like 10 to 15 of those bad boys. That's a power move. That works. I can tell you from experience. That's a good, like, hey, check this shit out. Especially if they are a little on the healthy side. It's a power move, dude. Trust me.
And then if she digs that's when you hit her with the age-old, you think this is impressive? No, wait till you sit on me and I'm facing the other way.
See, hit him with the 1-2. That's the combo move right there. It works. Somebody in comments back me up. This shit works.
See, I don't when I go to a bar, I don't go there to flex or anything like that. I'm just there to drink and have fun. And then if I find somebody that I want to talk to a little bit about DJ, you kind of have to be a nerd if you want to talk to me. I'm into nerdy girls. That's my steez. If you want to talk about Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, I'm here for it all damn day and night. You might be able to teach me some things since I haven't caught up with Pokemon since Gen 3, but I still love breaking open Pokemon card packs. That's neither here nor there. I'm not talking about my likes and interests. Back to the matter at hand.
He's available.
Yeah.
I'm trying to help out. You never know.
Watch, we're going to get somebody commenting, like, I want to be on your podcast just to hit on DJ. Yes.
Honestly, I'd be flattered. Like, hey, shit. You want to come hang out with these cringe lords just for a few words to see what you're talking about? What you doing this weekend?
Have our own have our own version of the dating game.
Someday.
Or for those that are old enough, we have our own version of like blind date in VR.
I want the one where it's the box with the button in the middle, and you have like 30 seconds to say your piece, and then the bell rings, and you can reach over and hit it to skip to the next person.
Oh, that whole with the button that talks thing. That thing, it throws people under the bus like constantly.
I don't think it could throw anybody under the bus than the guy who walked up full fursuit. That's a power move, but I don't know if it's the right power move.
It's a power move, but at the same time, he kind of knew what he was getting into. But I respect the fact that he wanted to be up front right then and there. This is who I am. This is what I'm about. Embrace.
Everybody walked up timid or I got this. Those were the two tones. This man, JoJo, walks to the stage, drops down full confidence. Hello, my name is Kyle. Pleasure to meet you. Like, that dude didn't give fear anything. He was ready.
Until the button asked, do you have sex with the fur head on? And he was just like, I can neither confirm nor deny that I have done that before.
That means yes.
You can neither confirm nor deny. That's your way of saying deniably yes, without incriminating yourself.
It's pretty incriminating.
5 minutes in, and we're already talking about furries.
I'm just vibing today, dude. I'm on that. I'm not on anything strong, but cough medicine is definitely like kicking in right now.
I'm still riding a high of going to see Anthrax the other night, so bear with me. I'm going to be diverting to music or randomly headbanging because I have music playing in my head currently. But no, so going back to what I was saying with this dude who randomly just decided to drop down on the floor and do push-ups for literally no reason other than, well, it's there. A part of me, when I was walking up to assess the situation, I was like, is he trying to flex because there's girls here? Maybe it was a trip and fall, but he caught himself, so he's playing it off by doing push-ups. I've seen that one several times. And I walk up to him, and I'm like, how you doing, bud? And he was just like, oh, come on, get some with me. Get some. No. Can I have you stand up for me, please? Hold on. 2 more sets. 2 more sets. No, I need you to stand up right now. No, come on. 2 more. This is now no longer a question. This is I'm telling you, stand the fuck up. I'm not suggesting it now. I'm telling you, stand the hell up. So he finally stands up, and I was just like, again, I had to be professional. I'm not going to go straight, shoulder you and dump you on your fucking ass outside. I can't do that yet.
Well, I could.
But, I absolutely could, but he hasn't provoked me yet outside of doing push-ups. So again, I'm trying to just be calm as possible, and I'm just like, hey boss, so how we doing tonight? Well, what you feeling? What are the vibes? Whoa! What an answer. How are you doing today, sir? Are you okay? What has happened? Why were you on my floor doing push-ups? Dude, gains don't have a time of day. When you need to gain, you need to gain right then and there.
Okay. Seems like he was clearing the snow with Tony Montana.
Yeah.
Been there. I don't even work in your industry, and I've dealt with it.
It sounds like I let this one slip out after like a couple more seconds of this, of him just saying, "It's time when it's time. You don't wait for when it's time. When it's time, you go now." Like, you're one of those fucking P90X nerds. Oh God,
you're one of those P90X nerds. That's great.
I still remember that P90X trend where everybody's just like, all right, every day for 90 days, it's time to cut. Let's get it.
Real men do DDP yoga. That's just my hot take of the day.
I just eat pizza and rest my praise in the Dempsey roll.
Oh, man. Don't get me going. It's been a day.
Yeah, so I just for my safety at this point, now that I know he's on illicits, and for some reason certain illicits can make people have a certain type of strength that I'm not going to say, but we all know that strength. And and so I was like, okay, just to be safe. So I start flagging some of my coworkers over. We start like surrounding him, getting around him. And then this dude sees that there's about four guards surrounding him. And instead of taking up a defensive position, expecting a fight like we are now, expecting him to get, kind of violent.
Oh yeah, get the hands.
Instead, he starts doing Tybo. Like, I'm talking Billy Blank's Tybo, where he's like doing the to his legs, so starts pumping out some jumping jacks. And then one of my coworkers, whom is, I can't even say, the term giant does not say it correctly. Like, this dude makes me look like a small fry. You
got one of the big Haas boys working for you?
He's 7'2", 365 pounds.
We got two of those.
And he's a big dude. I'm scared of him, and I'm in charge of him. And I'm just like, how you doing, brother? How's your day going? Just me and my hot chocolate. Don't eat me. Fuck. But so mid-jump, said Haas just sticks his arms out and catches him on the way down while his arms are going down, grips him, picks him up, and he just goes, "Where you want him?" And I'm like, outside the bar, preferably. I'll let the actual casino floor handle his ass. I don't know what to do here. He like, I'm gonna have to get questioned of why are you kicking him out. My answer is gonna be he started doing calisthenics.
I think you can get away with unruly conduct for that one.
Because I'm like, he's not hurting anybody. He's not like pissing on somebody's head or anything like that. He just started doing push-ups and jumping jacks. What do I do here?
But he's now become a nuisance for the people around him and a potential safety hazard to himself.
True.
So you could justify that.
Yeah, I just ended up telling him he was just being a fucking weird ass in the bar and people were getting uncomfortable and they went, fair enough.
Like,
it ain't.
Sorry. No, you're good. There are people who like to skirt lines, and clearly he was under an influence of sorts. Mm-hmm. But that was just, I think he pulled the cord on that guy in time before he got really annoying.
Especially in a casino that at a moment's notice, and I'm talking at any point in the day, there are thousands of people inside. It could be noon, it could be midnight, it could be 3 a.m., it could be 3 p.m. There's at least 1,000 people inside this damn place at a moment's notice, and that's a low number.
Yep.
Because you have the people that are wanting to just, play slot machines, which that's at least a good 45% of our clientele. Then you have the people that are there to gamble. Like, I actually go to tables and play craps, play poker, whether it be 5 or 7 card. Then you have your high rollers club, which is our rich people, and they need extra security because they have money and they want to get jumped.
Yep, fair. Then
you have all the restaurants where people can go and eat. Like, we have a burger joint that Bobby Flay started. There's a Michael Jordan steakhouse somewhere in there.
Michael Jackson steakhouse. I like the meat rare.
And it's gonna hee.
It'll be mildly. There's a ghost in the machine.
Put the Master Chief on the shoulder.
They won't get that joke.
No, they won't.
That one's to you. All right, moving on.
Yeah, so there's a lot of things to do in this casino. There's like 2 or 3 nightclubs, which I didn't know that when I first started working there. I'm like, there's fucking nightclubs here. I never want to work the nightclub ever again. So there's a lot of people in this bar. So it's one of those, they're pretty lenient on the whole. As soon as anybody says this guy needs to go, they kind of will just take your word for it, which is like a blessing, but also a curse. Like, if a guy's intentions are genuinely innocent and he gets thrown out for no reason, I do feel bad. Even if it's not me doing it. But ultimately, I have to look out for the fact that there's thousands of people in here that are trying to have a good time as well. All right, now, before I continue rambling, it is your turn. In the last couple of months, anything interesting? Did you had to throw a wrench at somebody? Maybe did you drop a big block on somebody's big toe?
No. Nothing too crazy. For the people who did follow our TikTok, or if you don't, check it out. Information's down below. We had 2 videos go up of stuff happened at work. One of them was hilarious because we paid $9,000 for a new engine to come in, and it got dropped off of the freight truck, and they still tried to deliver it to us like there was no problems. And I pulled the case off. You can see daylight through the other side of it. That's how big the cracks were. And they're like, oh, yeah, you guys can save that. I'm like, what do you mean?
We paid $9,000 so this wouldn't happen in the first place, asshead.
Oh, man. So our parts manager is a really cool guy. I've known him most of my life, and I've never seen him get like furious. He walked out. His eyes were huge, and he had the anime veins going down both sides of his head. And I'm like, oh, man, this man's about to murder somebody. You better... Someone get him an ice pack. He about to spontaneously combust.
Looking at the engine and just Adam Smasher.
Oh, dude, it was an ordeal. We dealt with that. The other video that went up where Bunny Girl Senpai was goofing around and got a very expensive tool stuck, like perpetually stuck. And for anybody who's curious how that story ended, we had to bust out the sawzall, hammer off the stud. And everyone's like, "Why didn't you just take apart the tool?" If it was easy access, we would have fucking done it. It was a very get the where and tools and handle it the old-fashioned way. And I have the spare parts. We didn't have to do a whole ordeal. That happens. Those parts break all the time. I keep a stockpile. So for the 2,000 of you who are out here yelling, "Oh, this guy doesn't know what he's doing," blah blah. Why are you training him? You don't know nothing. I know what I'm doing. All right. I just did it for the bit. Didn't need to get roasted alive on the internet. That was unnecessary. Some of it was funny. Part of the ship, part of the crew. But yeah, no, we had those two, and we had the fun one I had talked to you about before recording.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a car guy. I take a lot of pride in how my cars look, how they run, and like the personal touches. And I had a young lady come in who, very similar situation. It was her first time buying a new car off the lot. It was beautiful, special edition color. She paid a lot of money to have it done.
Oh, all right.
And inside, all the lights were swapped out to custom ones that matched the paint. So it was very, very nice looking car with a very nice sound system in the back. Not quite as good as the one I put in my Chevelle, but the step down. And I had to rub it in. Okay.
Like I'm S tier, but you are a high A, so I'll give you that much.
Well, I make that distinction because a lot of people have this misconception that the biggest boxes are going to be your like end all be all systems. And this is a perfect example of why that is not true. This system requires a very, very specific setup to be run right. And for anybody who knows anything about wiring, I don't know if anybody out there does, the wrong way, not yet, the wrong way to wire up a system like this is to strip the copper and twist it around the fuse and then stuff it into the fuse box with the hammer, mind you, because it was all smashed up at the end because it doesn't fit, and hope that that works. That was how they wired in the main power to the fucking to the sound system. No is very right. So she comes in, my cigarette lighter doesn't work, my radio's doing weird stuff, and every once in a while my sound system, if I hit a bump, just be driving, boom, boom, dead silence. It just did that. And when she took it back to the other place we put it in for, they told her that's normal. That's happened. That your car model will do that. You're going to charge people full price for these insane setups. Tell them it's top of the line, do all this and that, and you're just going to let that fly. And by the way, it wasn't done very well. I stuck my fingers in there to see what was going on. That thing shocked the living shit out of me. I got jolted, and my boss laughed. Yeah, it was a thing, man. I felt bad. We got her straightened out as best we could, but that one was. I felt bad, dude. She just wanted her show off her new car, be all proud of herself, making good money, and some sketchy jackass with an audio shop just ruined her name, made our reputation look bad because the industry is always under fire. That was not a fun one, man. That was not a particularly fun one.
That's like the one hard part of like it's honestly a catch-22 when it comes to car shops. It's like you have the car shops that are going to overprice you and might actually do more damage to your car just so they can mark it up as much as you said. The last one doesn't really happen anymore, which thank God. Then there's shops like you just mentioned where you'll go in and say, hey, so this is happening with my ride, and then they're just like, nah, trust me, you're good, you're Gucci, you're fine. And then you have some of the and because of a mix of those two shops, that's when you have the I know what I'm doing in So I watched a YouTube video, right, and it said to do this. So I know what I'm talking about now. So don't try to dissuade me from my decision now, because I know how you people work. So just do this thing that this YouTube video that I watched once said. Doesn't matter your years of training. My one video makes me a professional now. Thus birthed the mechanic Michael. That is just actually. I was trying to go with. I was just trying to go with the letter letter alliteration, where it's like the mechanic insert name here, the mechanic version of a Karen. Where I watched this video, I know how you shops do. Don't try to upcharge me because I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think we were just talking about me, and you still want to admit it.
No, what's the first name that came to mind was Michael, because that's the first name that I think of when I think M is Mike.
Not Marcus?
No, because my stepdad's name is Michael. My brother's middle name is Michael. My brother's actual father's name is Michael, and my mom's current boyfriend is named Michael.
I'm seeing a
surrounded
pattern
by mics. Might have docked myself a little bit, but that's fine. But yeah, so that's what the first name came to mind was Mike or Mikey, and well, you are Mikey.
Yeah. A lot of us out there.
Oh yes, and there's me. I'm named after a profession. I can't tell you how many times people are just like, "What? So are you actually a DJ?" No, it's just my name. Not even my real name.
No.
It's just the name that I like to go by. So shh. Please don't dox me like that.
Yeah, he's muted. They can't hear him. Why are you talking to a ghost?
Never mind, ghosted myself. Sorry, I'm schizo. But yeah. So I'm gonna look crazy for y'all right there. And speaking of looking crazy, we're gonna take this moment and we're gonna throw it over to our sponsor. Real quick. Are you good with that? Taking a short, quick break. There, sir. Hello. Are you good?
I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry. What?
We're gonna take this moment to kick it over to our sponsor of this video today. So, are you good with it if we kick it over to them real quick for a few minutes?
Yeah.
All right, take it away, one of the other teammates. Whew. Well, that was fun. Oh, hey, gamer. Still can't clutch up in Warzone? Still no victory royales? Still maidenless? It's time to change how you play, son. Drink Dubby, the delicious gaming energy supplement that'll help you achieve that epic play of the game. Now head on over to w.gg and use our code NSE for 10% off your total order. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you on the battlefield. And we are back. Hello. Welcome back. I hope that was an enjoyable experience, whichever ad that you saw. Thank you again, Debbie, for hanging out with us. You are beautiful, and I hope your toast is perfect every single time. Mwah, you're beautiful. So, back to the matter at hand. We're talking about work stories and people being weird and thinking that they know everything about things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm gonna throw back. I'm gonna give myself a throwback. So, this is when I worked at a gentleman's club. I talked about this beforehand. Yes, I used to work at a gentleman's club, and I'm using that term very, very loosely with this place in particular because there was nothing gentlemanly about it, nor a club. This place was essentially a glorified bar that just happened to have naked women walking around.
Okay. Off to a good start.
That's the best way to describe this place that I work. So when I say I don't want to sound like I'm shitting on the dancers. I'm really not. But especially if we had a full house, I'd say a good 60% of that clientele were not there to see the girls. They were there to just drink beer, watch sports, and hang out.
Okay.
And I thought it was kind of dicey because they would do this like dice throwing game. It wasn't dice like dice, and it technically wasn't considered gambling since the money on the line was $5 a person. Ugh. But they would just sit there. They would just throw these dice around. They would play this game called I think it was called 654 or Ship Captain and Crew.
Thank you.
Talking about a dice game, and then we get DMCA'd. Way to go, bud.
Yeah, they can't hear it. It's just loud.
That was just funny because I'm just like, wait, what in the... We're going to have to do some editing in this one. Sorry, bear with us.
No, leave it.
Okay. Okay, so when I start randomly turning my head, just know I'm not crazy. I hear things that you don't hear.
Insert
makes you sound
JoJo's
crazy.
music here.
Ditto. Anyway. So, where was I? Yeah, they would play this game called Ship Captain and Crew. And I'm not going to explain the intricacies of it because I don't care. But it was a mixture of hilarious, but also disheartening and sad to me, where these girls are just, trying to grind and make as much money as humanly possible. Hence the gentleman's club part. And I still remember one of these girls. I can use her stage name. Her stage name is fine because their stage names were the most generic thing ever. Her stage name was Mindy.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be Cinnamon.
Oh no. Trust me, if it was anything unique like Cinnamon or Stargaze, I'd be like, you know what? That's easy to track. Mindy, good luck.
You've named off a Cinnamon before. Remember on for the fan art? I met a stripper. Her name is Cinnamon.
Oh god. But yeah, so Mindy, she's just, again, it's a gentleman's club. Their job is to hustle and try to make as much money as humanly possible within the legal means of the state that I live in. Yeah. So, she's going up to this group of dudes that are playing this Ship Captain and Crew game. It's actually a really fun game. I would actually partake in on occasion when I wasn't working. So she's just like doing her thing, like hi, how are you? And this dude is in the middle of tossing dice. He almost has the full 654, and then she walks up and he just looks at her and he just goes, "You're fucking bad luck. Can you go away, please?"
Oh my god, that man was cold. Had ice in his veins.
Like just sheesh type of shit. But I'm resisting the urge to laugh because honestly, it was fucking hilarious to me. But then the look of defeat on her face is what bounced me back to reality. And I'm like, oh, she's just trying to work now, son of a bitch. Okay. So they would constantly come up to me and they'd be like, "So what am I supposed to do if none of the guys want to dance with me?" I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I'm supposed to pick up people and throw them outside.
Sorry, I'm out of my wheelhouse here.
Completely. I got nothing for you. I am so sorry though. So then I go up to the bartender, and this bartender could not be fucked to give a damn about anything. He's just there to sling drinks and call it a day. He'd been working there at that bar, not bars in general. He'd been working at that bar for 30 years.
That is a lot of things. I'm gonna withhold comments because they're all gonna be mean.
Like, this man has seen it when this bar had church pews for people to sit in. At one point, there was like high school football field bleachers for people to sit on from the features that they had.
Excuse me.
This man has seen everything that this bar has been through for 30 years. And when he's telling me that there was stadium bleachers, I'm like, no way, dude. You made people sit on cold steel and then throw money over each other's shoulders. He goes, oh yeah, people got creative. They'll make paper airplanes with dollar bills and start flying them to the stage.
That is hilarious. I would have gone to that place just for that experience, honestly.
then we'd have these group of dudes that they work out of state, but they would get what's called road jobs to come here. They from their super secret squirrel type of stuff, but they get paid big money, and when they're here, essentially outside of them going to work and then staying in their hotel rooms, they got nothing better to do when they're off the clock, so they would go here. Especially now, most of them are married; they're away from their wives and kids. They can cut loose a little bit.
Yep.
They started this game called butt darts. Now, let me break this down, because at first, when I first saw this happen, I was about to knock the shit out of two of them, and then I found out that the girls were okay with it and the bar approved of it. So, butt darts. You take $1 bill. By the way, preface this. Don't ever fucking do anything that I'm saying. This is a horrible idea. You don't know what type of establishment you're going to go into if you choose to go to a gentleman's club. Don't do this. Just do the safe thing and keep your hands off the girls and be as respectful as possible. Okay? Love you. But you would take this $1 bill, you would put a quarter in the middle of it, and then you would take the excess and fold it around and twist it to make it look like a tail, and then the quarter side would be flat.
I think I get where this is going.
Then you would put chapstick on the front of it, and then the goal was the girl would bend over and you would throw it at her butt. And wherever it landed, you would get 1 point. And if it landed close to the golden area, 3 points. They weren't doing this for sexual gain or to get boners. They were playing darts with a girl's ass. We had a dartboard 30 feet away. Like an actual full-fledged dartboard.
People play darts. Darts are overrated. You got to find extreme darts, and lawn darts are banned. So, go to Gentleman's Club, make some coin projectiles.
Lawn darts being banned. One guy gets impaled because he didn't move out of the way fast enough, and now the fun's ruined for all of us.
Yep.
Although speaking of not lethal, but things that can hurt you, for some reason I don't know why I have an impulse urge to buy this thing. It's an automatic squirt gun that shoots out in bursts that are like 300 psi, but it's like $200.
Who sells that? What is the purpose of that?
To cause pain and grief to people, and it looked fun. I saw a TikTok video of it where this dude filled it up. You literally stick it in a bucket of water and it fills itself in like 20 seconds. And he just goes, "Hi, Mom," and he burst fires her spine 3 times. And I'm like, oh, that looks incredible.
You need less of the internet. That's what you need.
No, I need more. Hi. But yeah, so, sorry, trailed off there. Yeah, so butt darts. The first time I saw this, I just saw this one guy just like also hawk something that looked to be at Mach 1 at one of the girls. My job is to protect those girls. I'm not kidding you. I ran from across the bar from where the pool tables were, sprinted at like top speed sprinted 200 feet to get to where this man was, grabbed him by his collar, and I was about to put him in a headlock. And the bartender stops me, grabs my hand, he goes, "No, it's okay. I'm so hard focused on him, I'm not looking around. All I know is for some reason, this arm is stuck back here. I have my hand on him, and I'm wanting to do something, but for some reason, this arm won't fucking move. I finally take 2 seconds to look around, and I see the girl on stage. She's just like, it's fine. I look back, and it's the bartender holding me, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
Why did nobody fill me in on this?
And so the bartender just goes, "It's okay, it's just butt darts." What's a butt dart? Why are you okay with this? Why did you throw that? What is this? What is happening here on this day? No, it's a thing that these guys do. It's fine. It's perfectly cool. This is fine?
Yeah,
it's fine. It's cool.
They're throwing money at them. That is the point.
But at this case, all I saw was this dude reel back and throw something at her at Mach 1. For all I knew, he threw a syringe with like super herpes in it, and I wanted to make sure it wasn't that.
She probably would have been fine.
I mean, yeah, but still.
That may have been mean. It's the medicine, I swear. I'm not usually like this.
He's tussed up.
A little bit. Feel like Soldier Boy.
Tell him.
Where's my double cup?
Well, speaking of, did you hear that he got banned on Twitch too?
He's supposed to be in jail right now.
Really? Because he just made a tweet that he got banned on Twitch.
Yeah, that whole copyright lawsuit where he had bootleg Nintendo games he was selling on Amazon.
Oh yeah, dude. I remember adding one of those to my wish list because I wanted to do a review on it.
Good luck. I don't think they're out there anymore.
Well, because there's a bunch of other bootleg handhelds that are just like, oh yeah, compatible with 4,000 games.
But they're not the Soldier Boy gaming experience.
They also did it to where they're not selling you a handheld, they're selling you the pieces and you have to build it yourself.
I see. I have seen that one.
That's some of the new ones that I've seen. I was looking to buy another PSP because I broke mine, sadly.
How? You've had it for like 2 weeks.
I've had it for like fucking 4 months.
Maybe you have, but that's still not a long time.
So this is a quick side note, but so I went to the movie theater. I went to go see the new Dragon Ball Super movie, and I had it in my pocket. There's a bunch of nerds in there. We're all waiting for the movie to start, and I got bored, so I started playing. I started playing God of War on it, and then the movie started. Put it back in my cargo pocket. Get up from the movie, go to the bar to have a couple of beers, and at one point, apparently, I knocked into the corner of one of the tables, and the screen was completely busted.
Sounds about right.
Took it to Geek Squad, wished upon a star, time machine. I tried to do anything that I can do to get this thing fixed, and nothing. So now I have to get another one, and I'm sad because I have all these games that I want to play on it, but the screen was busted.
May I recommend a soft modded one I found online?
What's up?
Oh, it's got a SD card plugged into it, so it's got a lot of stuff on it.
Fuck yeah!
I'll shoot you the link when we're done here.
Hell yes. Yes. To get any sort of PSP, well, they're all refurbished at this point. They're still asking for like upwards of $300, which I did it the first time. I don't want to do it a second time. I will, but I don't want to.
Fair.
Yeah. All right. Now, so we can have some saving grace from the hellish moment that I just talked about with butt darts. Let's see if we can spin it. Do you have any wholesome or good good stories? That's not like, this person came in and
I was not prepared for that. I had a whole other thing lined up.
Never mind. No, let's go then. Let's go.
Wholesome.
No, wheel it back. Let's keep talking about the weird stuff then.
Well, I gotta ask then. How about I'm gonna bounce the story off of you and Ghost, Dragon, wherever you are. I'm gonna need you guys to tell me if I've told this story or not. We had a manager who started a fire and did the absolute worst job to put it out. It turned into a multi-episode thing. We ended up taking his shirt that he tried to use, which was nylon, so it just melted and spread the fire further, and pinning it to the wall. Have I ever told that story before?
No.
Brandon, wherever you are, can you fact check me on that? Have I told that story before?
No.
Okay, good. He gave me a thumbs up. I think that means I'm good. Okay, so we had an opening shift back at the shop I work at, and it was 2 guys. It was a manager and a service advisor, and they didn't take in customers yet. All they did is show up, turn on the lights, turn on all the air compressors, let them start building up pressure for the day, turn on all the ventilation, let the shop air out for whatever we had stored overnight, and then after all that's done, very carefully take all of our contract, because we have contracts with big companies, take those specialty vehicles and put them outside, except for one. We had one, the fuel system was all ripped open, and it had stickers and like flags all over it that says "Do not operate." The manager walks in, turns the key, and gasoline just starts spraying everywhere, all over under the hood of this car. Well, one of it hits something warm. One thing leads to another. Flames, huge flames. Pops open the hood, runs out. The service advisor is taking a shit, and he's in a closed off industrial bathroom, and he can't hear anything. Flash forward to outside. There's a heavy set middle-aged man with a flaming nylon shirt trying to put the fire out, completely unaware the shirt's still on fire. It was his only shirt. He didn't have an undershirt, so just hairy chest, grease, ash. Cameron! He's doing that for about 5 minutes, and he's just full panic. Eventually, sales or service advisor comes out of that bathroom, sees what's going on, runs over with the fire extinguisher, sprays it. Manager still having a panic attack. Shirts over there smoldering in a pile. There's the back of it. The front of it's completely melted off. So he lives like an hour and some change away. He's a little shell shocked. He's like out of it. We can't tell him to go home and change, and he's too stubborn to just catch a ride and come back tomorrow. So he goes to our other building in town. He gets to our other building, which is packed because it's now opening time during a sales holiday. So the whole office is just customers, sales associates, people as far as the eye can see. And in walks this heavy-set middle-aged man, big gray beard. His face looks like he was in a flash fire because there's just grease and soot smeared everywhere. Gut hanging out, big hairy chest. And we have him wrapped in a beach towel that we found somewhere in the storage. And he's walking through because we have a little sales shop in the back where he can go get an extra shirt. Every single customer in that office that day, and we had somebody walking with him because he was a little unsteady. Every person in that office that day walked up to our other manager and said, "You're such a good person. I can't believe you would go that far out of your way to help a homeless man." And they were taking pictures, and they were like, "We're going to put it in the paper." And we're like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't tell anybody. If you guys can keep this under wraps, please do what you can.
Like, that'd be great.
What happens after is still pretty good too, because we get him a new shirt. It's too small, so it's like a muscle polo on him, and it looks great. He's still got soot and grease all up in his dude. It's all in his beard. It's all in his hair. His hair's all frizzed out. He comes back to the shop and he sees his no longer smoldering but completely melted shirt, looking like a blood eagle, if you know what that is, pinned to the wall with thumbtacks. And there's still actively ash and soot dripping off the bottom. And he yells, "Take that down." And it's like 15 feet up. The guys put it up there with an industrial ladder. They're like, "Yeah, we don't know where the ladder went. Somebody took it." So he spent like 2 hours looking for the ladder. It was gone. It was legit in a different building. So it stayed there longer than he did. He got fired before that shirt ever came down. It's still in the shop. It's just not as high.
That's a trophy now.
They tormented that guy with that shirt for weeks. They would put it in different spots. He would have like a 49ers clock, and they would take it down and replace the clock with the melted shirt. And he would walk in, "Oh, hey, it's almost..." Son of a bitch. And he'd just stomp out of the office. I feel bad laughing at him. I get he was genuinely scared, but he was such a fucking screwball, man. You just want to see it sometimes. He like really earned it. He got fired for a reason, obviously.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why. I still think that's one of the funniest things to ever happen there. I love that everybody was just on board teasing him about it. The customers thinking that was just a homeless guy we pulled in out of the gutter, not a 6-figure making manager. It was so funny, dude. Everything was perfect about it. Everything was so perfect.
Still just gotta love the like as much as it's a travesty to tragedy, but it's one of those you gotta understand. This is gonna be fucking hilarious when the trauma has ended. we're gonna find this so freaking funny forever. So
it was so good. We didn't wait for shit to end. The guy started roasting him within the hour. Like, he had his 15 minutes to get out of shock, and then after that, it was free game.
It's just like, all right, dude, gear up. Hopefully you got your tears out, because here we go. It's time to play.
Dude, we see so much, especially at that building, because it's in a location where a lot of action happens. It has our most colorful characters. We see so much wild crap over there. Like, genuinely, we just see the oddest things.
Dude. Especially with the whole putting on a shirt that's like a couple sizes too small. I still remember I had to do that. Don't ask how. Let's just say for some reason the shelf that... This is before I worked at the casino. The shelf that the alcohol was built on. I'm sorry, the shelf that the alcohol was sitting on apparently didn't have enough structural integrity. Right?
Okay. I follow.
3 shelves of alcohol collapsed straight to the floor, with me directly underneath it. So on top of me getting hit in the head with bottles, at one point, a bunch of Jägermeister and whiskey splashed off of the counter, and it started staining my t-shirt. And then at one point, a bottle of tequila landed on an edge, popped the sissy cap off, and writhing in pain because I'm getting stabbed with shit, I look up, and tequila just proceeds to pour directly into my eyes. I don't know if you've ever had tequila in your eyes, audience, but don't do it. It burns a lot. Not fun. Not fun at all.
Super bad, dude. You're underselling the shit out of it. It hurts so bad.
So on top of like spraying, like taking the actual water and soda gun and then just spraying water directly into my eyes, my shirt is now a wreck. So one of my buddies, whom is significantly smaller than me and you, he was just like, "Hey, so I got a spare shirt if you want it." Not connecting the dots of how small this man is in comparison to me.
He thinks he's big.
At the time, audience, I'm now 260, but at the time I was 6'5", 290. This man is 5'5" and $110, soaking wet with full pockets. So we go out to his truck and he hands me one of his shirts. I go to put it on, and then I realize something. This isn't going over my gut. The sleeves stop here, and the shirt stopped like right here, maybe a couple inches below my titties. And I'm like, "What size is this, bro?" And he goes, "Small."
This is my uniform crop top.
That's what it looked like, dude. I look like the trailer trash that you would see on Jerry Springer. I look like a lot lizard, for those that know what a lot lizard is. And so I was
in San Francisco.
So I was not happy with this, and I'm like, I gotta go back inside too. Oh no. So I call my manager out real quick, and I'm like, "Hey, so can I go back inside like this?" He turns around, he sees me, and he's just like, "You're probably fine." Holy shit. Slowly starts trying to very stealthily pulls out his camera phone, and he's just like "Sorry, brother."
Don't do it, boss. Don't do it.
At this point now, since there's going to be photo evidence of it, I'm like, I might as well fucking own it. Right. So I walk back inside with all the pride, and as soon as you have a lid till you see a bar of 150 people just turn and go, "What?" It's a beluga. Oh shit! Free Willy can walk.
6'5", 290, soft. Ugh.
Like, this thing is stuck just below my ribcage, and it's just gut. And like, oh, I don't look cool right now. I don't look cool at all, brother.
Either y'all better start throwing money, or I'm gonna leave.
Next thing I know, my boss is just like, "Okay, you're gonna have an impromptu night off, but you're not going anywhere. We're drinking right now." And I'm like, that's the last thing that I want. With what alcohol do we have left? It all splashed on me. I smell like I reek of liquor. If cops stop me, I'm fucked. What do we have left to drink anyway?
You were the visible image of spring break right there. That's what you were.
Rumspringa! So then he was just like, we still have some alcohol outside of like our beer taps, which I wasn't in the mood to drink beer, and he just pulls out from the freezer essentially, Fireball, take it or leave it, and then the menthol, Dr. McGillicuddy's shit. That syrup that tastes like that shit is dangerous though because you don't taste alcohol whatsoever. But menthol, you know what? I don't mind it. I took a shot of that. I swallowed nothing but liquid cold nitrogen. I'm like, hit me again, Serge. Oh, I'm out of night. Give me another one. Luckily, I got a buddy to take me home because I was not about to walk 3 miles to my house wearing a crop top and blue jeans.
Why not? It's a good look. It's very fashionable.
Dude, if I have my headphones on, I don't give a shit. But the fact that I don't have my headphones and I can hear everything, like absolutely everything, I'm like, if anybody says anything to me, it's going down. But I made it home safe, and then I took the shirt off, and then I promptly set it on fire. I didn't care that it didn't belong to me. I'm like, I'm burning this damn thing. Hence now why at my work I keep a full spare change of clothes. Like I'm talking a new pair of jeans, new pair of boxers, new shirt, and shoes just in case. With socks.
Fair enough. Better to be prepared than to be wearing a crop top covered in tequila and rum chata.
Yeah, the tequila eyeball was not a good combo. It hurt so fucking badly. All right, hold on. What time are we at? I think we're at time or just past. Essence of Dragon, if you can hear me, is it time? It is.
Good to know.
Lord Darvo has answered our prayers, ladies and gentlemen. You know what that means? We made it. You know what that means? It's time. And you know what time? It's outro time! We made it, baby! And we're still alive. We're still kicking. This was fun. I hope you guys actually appreciate the fact that we're in a new location. We wanted to try something different outside the regular taverns that we've been doing this at. So let us know. I want to know down below if you guys like some of the new settings. Do you want us to keep doing like tavern talks in different bars and bar settings? Because again, this is really fun and a little bit more casual. Get to hang out with one of the boys. Like I've said before, we made the tavern talk because there's certain things on podcasts that we couldn't say because there's too many of us, too many stories being shared, or if we have a special guest, it's all about them. So let us know down below what you guys think. Final closing notes from you, Mikey. Anything you want to tell the folks?
Yeah, you're gonna have crazy days at work. You're gonna have terrible days at work. Just tough it out. Stay positive. Everyone's gonna get one of those shit ones. You might catch a car on fire and have to put it out and look homeless for a few hours. You might have to wear a crop top. One we didn't get into. You might accidentally start a fire that was completely avoidable and hilarious and utterly insignificant. That's just part of the business, man. That's life. As long as you don't shoot Derek Jeter, and you know what? For anyone who gets that reference, you one of the real ones. As long as you don't do something like that, you're having a great day. You're having fun. You'll laugh about it eventually. I promise you that. That's where this whole premise comes from. So keep your head up, tough it out, make that bread, and I'll catch you next time. Back to Deej.
And final closing notes for me. Like he said, tough days are going to be ahead when it comes to working, but it'll pass and come through. Granted, I would love to know if any of you guys have any weird stories. Leave them in the comment section down below. Speaking of down below, on top of that comment section, there's some buttons: a like button, a dislike button, a subscribe button. I suggest that you do whatever the hell you would like with them. And we will see you guys, you beautiful heathens, in the next one. Bye-bye.